Hey guys, HarlequinCoHO here, and I frequently get requests for my own replays, and I don't normally, upload them or try to comment on them. I always think that's kind of weird, but this replay surprised me the other day because I found it on the popular replay section of GameReplays.org. I will provide a link for it, but pretty much whenever I log on, I'm usually looking for stats or something like that, and honestly, with all the casting I do, I don't always have time to play the game a hell of a lot, or at least, back-to-back tons of games. So whenever I log on, if somebody asks me to play a game and I can't think of a good excuse, I just go ahead and play the game. So today was one of those days. I bumped into ItzDusty, who I know from the forums and all that sort of thing. He is another fellow armor commander. Just above him, you'll see that here's me, Harlequin, playing as an armor commander, and we're both opening up with barracks and all that sort of thing. And I said, yeah, sure, what the hell? And I went and played a game because I figure I need to take a break from casting and play games, all that sort of thing. So we went up against just two regular dudes here. This is going to be Fitz as a Blitzkrieg commander. Let me just double check that. I believe they were both Blitzkrieg, but we do have Fitz here as a Blitzkrieg commander, and then right above him we have RautaHans, who is going to also be a he is a defense commander. That's right, because there were some pretty good defense abilities out there. So anyhow, just going to pause a sec while we introduce all this sort of stuff. But so what I'm going to do here, I can't really prevent a spoiler because obviously someone put this up here because they played a game. ItzDusty loaded a game up there, and I said, oh, okay, So instead, I'll just kind of run through what I was thinking when I was playing it. And I'm not an amazing player. I am at the top of no ladders, and I just kind of play whenever I can. And, I just love commentating games and kind of looking at stuff. So hopefully I'll give you some insight here. But so the game begins with ItzDusty and myself. I believe ahead of time we had agreed he was going to go for bars first, and I was going to try and run for a motor pool. And you'll see on this map that there are 3 victory points kind of spread out diagonally. There's one kind of close to the ally side of the map and one kind of close to the axis. And right away I decided to be kind of aggressive, and I was like, oh, I'll just go ahead and take the top part. I'll be really aggressive. I've got my gladiator rifleman. It'll be cool. And I was quite surprised to find that not only were there really fast bargain Volksgrenadiers out here, but there were also really fast level 5 Burgers Panzer Pioneers out here. And quickly, the amount of units this distance from my base began really taxing me. So you'll see right away I really struggle with this. Well, meanwhile, ItzDusty takes the normal route. I probably should have just gone center from the very beginning, but if I have a single fault, it's that I tend to be overly aggressive and kind of hard-headed about changing my decisions. So you'll see bargain Volksgrenadiers versus these regular riflemen. Everybody's in heavy cover right now. Engineers taking some damage, and kind of the theme of this game was we were just shocked at the amount of army items that these guys had. You can see ItzDusty makes a single comment about that early on. But they had lots of purple army items and lots of level 4 and level 5 heroes, as you can see here. So here I am with my initial engineers trying to cap this point, realizing that it's not going to happen. And so basically I'm just trying to stall. I know I've got some gladiator riflemen who are on their way. Here they are. So I figure I'll just kind of run around the map here and stall for my gladiator riflemen. Meanwhile, you can see that just the combination of units here, we've got pioneers, motorcycle, and a bunch of bargain Volksgrenadiers, and a bunch of construction pioneers out here, able to kind of keep ItzDusty at bay. And right away, we get into a very awkward start. As you can see, here I am up north here with my gladiator riflemen, and I always put a lot of confidence in my gladiator riflemen. I'm just like, oh yeah, gladiator riflemen are awesome. And you'll see, wait a minute, venerable Volksgrenadiers, we got bargain Volksgrenadiers, we got Burger Panzer Pioneers, and suddenly I'm like, crap, wait, this is one of those times where I should really listen to my own advice and realize that I'm being attacked from 3 directions simultaneously. So again, not wanting to just retreat right away and wanting to get some more damage. You can see Panzer Shrek Johann over here blowing up that tree, looking at him the wrong way. I decided to try and get a kill, and frankly, gladiator riflemen are pretty good. And I'm trying to keep my distance as best as I can, trying to engage them one at a time here. That's my only goal. Just trying to be conscious about my micro, and meanwhile, making sure to cap things, making sure to resupply. I started off with my opening of gladiator riflemen and Wilson's riflemen, and really, both of those units take a little while to build. And against people who have bargain and venerable Volksgrenadiers and attacking a faraway position, it was just way too slow on my part. So you can see now my Wilson's rifleman here getting here just in time. I'm gonna have a nice little skirmish here. Oh, look at that! Go Bazooka Joe! I love Bazooka Joe. I'm sorry, Panzer Shrek Johann, but your days are numbered. And the Wilson's rifleman now moving in. So you can see dividing and conquering, this is okay, even though I'm kind of outnumbered here because they're being a little bit foolish. But I want to actually keep an eye on ItzDusty here too, because obviously I remember what I did here, but I know that he was just, again, up against the same sort of crap that I was going against. So lots of level 5 Katzenmeyer's Volksgrenadiers, Fatherland HMG team. Really, we were just blown away by the amount of heroes out there. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that or that this is surprising. It was just, you know, these guys happen to have a lot of heroes, and their levels didn't seem to indicate that. But really geared out people here. But honestly, this is just an average ladder game, except for the fact that ItzDusty, last I checked, he was ranked 57th on his, I believe it's a Blitzkrieg commander. This is his armor alternate here. But, you know, so he's kind of low level. He's in the 20s, and I'm in the 48s-ish. I decided to start sending riflemen towards the center. You can see I'm not moving and staying within range of this Fatherland HMG team. All terrible, terrible moves. So I'm quick to get out of there, realizing that that was a bad idea. But I'm quickly coming to the realization that supporting combat up here. Look at this, man. Level 5 close combat Volksgrenadiers. This is non-stop hero flood here. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's great. Heroes are out there. Use them constantly. If you have them, use them. But I was just surprised. So both of us here kind of recoiling in horror at our losses across the board are just kind of shifted out. And so I think at this point, we all kind of decided that the center was a lot easier and we should just kind of totally give up on the north. I think against lesser players, sometimes you can definitely stab all the way northward and take a position like that. It's a really aggressive move, and if you can hold on to it and get away with it, it puts you in a great position. But as you can see, it was just too much to deal with. So we quickly are just kind of reorganizing and going towards the center. Whoops, I just screwed up my camera there a little bit. But ItzDusty now, check this out. So we do have a forward barracks on this side by Fitz. Fitz has his bargain Volksgrenadiers out here and this sort of thing. ItzDusty is just going to have to get out of there. It looked like he was trying to decap that point for a little while. Moving out with this rifleman. Notice, by the way, he spent his first 60 fuel on his Browning automatic rifles. And it was important that he communicated that to me because I went ahead and just kept on getting my supply yard. You'll notice here, not moving my resupplied units out. That's always a bad idea. And not quite resupplying. I'm obviously engaged in other activities at the moment. Even I have trouble sometimes remembering to do all that sort of stuff. But you can see, here we go, moving out, not too long. But it's important because this way it frees us up to make sure one of us has a motor pool, which means if we need anti-tank guns, we can get it, that sort of thing. And he'll get there eventually, but I'm kind of running there first. Now, here we go. All right, high five between the riflemen. So now all of our riflemen are together at last. We are totally cornering this building. There's a bit of a flare exposing our armor right now, which really sucks because we're not getting any of that heavy heavy armor bonus. And look at this beautiful flank here on the Fatherland HMG team. These riflemen are just like, no worries, dudes. We got your back. They're going to go take off up the road there. And we have just cleared this area out. So just kind of all we needed to do was just look at the map and just remember what we were trying to get done here. You can see I just retreated right away because I was so close to home, and I'm seeing that there's this other group of HMGs and things like that setting up there. So I didn't like any of that. But by just kind of collaborating a little bit and coming back together in the center, we were able to just take control of the center. So that's probably the one thing I was very pleased about. It was a very conscious decision. And I know this isn't pro play or anything like that, but I thought maybe some people out there who are constantly nagging me for replays would enjoy watching this, so why not? Meanwhile, though, also important to note that whenever you abandon a side of the battlefield, expect all of those troops to just come right on over and attack you. So now ItzDusty here is kind of left in the middle. You can see he's got these Vet 1 riflemen with the Browning automatic rifles. 9 kills for these guys. Oh my god, so much problems here. So these close combat Volksgrenadiers do a ton of damage in close combat. Flamethrowers do a ton of damage in close combat. He's really got to run away. Will this last guy get out of there? Yes, he does. Okay, a single rifleman getting away from that group right now. But check it out, just laying in with the Browning automatic rifles. But you can see that even though he had a high unit count there, there was just a lot of casualties, right, because they were so low in hit points. Wilson's riflemen moving on in. I kind of keep these guys in the central location for a little while. And crossfire here with the Gladiator rifle. So this is starting to look a little bit better right now. Notice the flanking out, attacking from multiple directions. It's a great way to kind of pincer in on these guys and just kind of make them take some casualties here. So I really love ItzDusty. Just really played well off of me. I gotta say, like, having a good player on my team really helped because he just took the initiative whenever he saw me, and our units just kind of very naturally coordinated, and it was a fun game. So Vet 2 going for these riflemen now. They've got 14 kills. Look at this, just totally chasing these guys away. These guys are ballers, even though we have exposed armor and that sort of thing. Taking out these close combat Volksgrenadiers, pitching hand grenades all over the place, sending them home. I do like all of that. And meanwhile, just kind of capping the stuff that we can get. I know this is a problem. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh crap, I've got a I've got a machine gun nest up there, and I've lost my fuel point. This is a bad fuel point to lose. This should normally always be your own fuel point. And here's the first nice big blunder on my part. I send these guys up thinking I'll capture it, and trying to remember that if they get under fire, I'll come back and check out on them. And I don't. I just go and do other things for a little while and go back there once they're all dead. I'm sitting here right now focusing on this. I want to kill this last guy. I want to kill this anti-tank gun. I finally get to kill the anti-tank gun, goes down, and I retreat. And unfortunately, I take tons of gladiator rifleman casualties. And that whole time that I'm sitting here microing this away, focusing on killing this one stupid anti-tank gun, I lose all of my engineers up here. So, stupid moves there, but you know, what can you do? I am completely imperfect. So, anyhow, the two of us now having a much nicer looking central control. Let's take a look back at the base here. You'll see still just a barracks for Dusty, and I'm finally getting my first I'm finally getting my first Greyhound out. And by the way, some of the first comments on this, I took a lot of flack for this, but you'll notice right here I am upgrading my 50 caliber machine gun first. Pretty much you should always upgrade armored skirts first. I know this very well, but in my defense, I had a plan. I knew I wanted to come up here and attack these infantry. I knew I needed support right away, and I figured, you know what, I'll get to the armored skirts later, but I want a 50 caliber gun right now because I want to fire off armored bounty and come in here and just kick all these guys' asses. So that's pretty much my plan. Maybe I don't even fire off armored bounty. I can't quite remember. There we go. There's the armored bounty. So my plan here was I need anti-infantry now. I'll worry about armor later. So, you know, I guess sometimes it's okay to not get armored skirts if you really need that 50 cal right then, but honestly, I probably should always do that. So. Anyhow, we'll see. Still maintaining nice, good central control here. ItzDusty's rifleman. He's pretty much. I'm going to go ahead and swap on over to ItzDusty's point of view here, and you can see massive rifleman. He does have a heavy machine gun team, but I'm pretty sure he picked that up. Yes, he did. That is a German machine gun occupied by engineers, and you can see that he's just got these nice little attacks going on here. Browning automatic rifles versus Katzenmeyer's Volksgrenadiers. Dodging grenades, looking pretty good there. And you can see I'm just kind of playing footsie up top here with this building. I'm going to go ahead and swap back to my point of view here a little bit here. My Greyhound armored car, I just wanted to make sure that this building was dead. You can see venerable Volksgrenadiers coming in, that sort of thing. Meanwhile, trying to keep up with all of the action here. These guys here are finally able to recapture that fuel point that Dusty captured earlier. So ItzDusty doing a great job holding the line here. I love this machine gun placement. And now you'll see my Greyhound armored car is starting to pay for the fact that it doesn't have armored skirts. Single Panzerschreck really wrecking me. I know I saw the anti-tank gun out there, and all my dreams of like, I was like, oh, I could sneak around it, and no, not even gonna bother. Get out of there. Never lose your Greyhound. So I really try my best not to lose that Greyhound. Meanwhile, Wilson's riflemen still chilling out here in the center, and I'm realizing that I should be a little bit more supportive with them. I like defending that point, but there's better targets up here. So Vet 2 rifleman here for ItzDusty, firing away at these close combat Volksgrenadiers, just wrecking. I just love that, doing so much damage here. Hand grenades and Browning automatic rifles and all that sort of stuff. Wilson's just kind of, you know, showing up for the thing here. And okay. So here's the time here where I will try to be a totally neutral caster. So you'll notice right now that Harlequin, in one brilliant move here, has coordinated not one, not two, but 3 attacks on the building from multiple directions. Oh my god, brilliant move. Harlequin is just swinging in for the kill here, absolutely putting pressure on this building from all areas. These Volksgrenadiers have no idea what to do. They're taking massive casualties. Wilson's rifleman moving up the hill. ItzDusty moves in from behind, totally kills the pack gun. Oh, it's just a brilliant attack from all directions. Oh, I love that sort of thing. All right, I'm just joking here because, as you can see, we do now have reactive artillery in this area blowing apart these infantry. My totally unbiased commentary is over for the time being here. But you can see here is, again, me being a little bit bullheaded about things. I'm thinking to myself, okay, reactive artillery going off of there. Whoa, that was close, but I guess that was just lucky shot there. Nobody can see me now. I'll start capping this point. Oh my god, everybody's thinking, that was surely a lucky shot. Hopefully this will be overstated. Oh my god, it's still going! And now I finally retreat. Just always make sure to actually be aware of that. And once again, not learning my lesson at all. I figure, oh, it's cool. I'll take cover behind this building. Reactive artillery will hit the building. You know, it'll be annoying. And I'm surely it's done by now. Oh my god, it's still going here. And so I'm just trying my best to take cover around the building. The shot actually hits the building for once, which is lucky on my part, but total bonehead move. Never do this. Just get out of there. Never stand around and think that you are tough enough to tank a reactive artillery shell. That was stupid. But knowing that it's almost over, I've got my now upgraded Greyhound armored car moving on in. Gonna take care of all this stuff now. Just gonna clean house. And oh my god, there's an accomplished Stug. Get out of here right now. Get out of here. Turn, 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 turn. Go. Drive. And I lose the Greyhound. So terrible move there. Anyhow. So meanwhile, while I was busy fumbling around, ItzDusty was fighting the good fight down here. You can see him just totally kicking ass and taking names.